Hey folks, welcome back to Around the Yard. It's late March and we're finally getting the snowstorm that we probably should have had earlier in the year. We got 6 to 8 inches on the ground, and we're gonna get the case 445 out with the snow bucket, and we're also probably gonna grab that 10-foot pusher blade back there behind me, and we're gonna get this driveway plowed out. I nearly got stuck at the end out there. The plows have come by and kind of filled in the apron, but we're gonna show you, at least in 2024, what we're doing for snow removal. Now, we've only had 2 or 3 events. Minnesota is kind of unseasonably warm this year, and I think we've got about 25 inches total with this snowfall included. Usually we're 4 feet or better for snow for the year, and that's from December 1st to March 31st or something like that. So we're behind considerably, but we got to get this kind of cleared out. It'll help it melt here in the next couple of days. We're supposed to bounce back up into the 40s. But yeah, I'm gonna get the case 445 fired up, and we're gonna kind of clean out here in front of the barn. We'll show you that, take you along, and then we're gonna swap into that snow pusher blade, and we're gonna make a good push all the way out and get that cleaned up at the end of the driveway. So stick with me. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment down below, and don't forget to smash that like button. Alright, getting ready to back drag here in front of the house. I'm going to come up with the bucket, drop down here right in the garage, and back drag out to about where it's sitting. Then I'll turn around and push back up into the hill there. So nice clean blacktop now, or good enough for the depths we're going to have tomorrow. So I take this down. I'm going to show you guys. So when I was pushing down the hill, I ended it down at that Y there, right in front of Woodyard 1. I'm going to take that pile and I'm going to push it to the left. Basically back behind the barn. It's got a lot of gravel mixed in it, and I want to save that. Where I push out at the end of the driveway, I've just been pushing it off the edge, and it's basically unrecoverable. So if I push it alongside the barn, at least I can retrieve some of that gravel and spread it out back behind the back of the barn. So there's that Case 445. Does everything we needed to do around here. 8-foot bucket. Lowering VTS track system. No depth. That's the best part. No regen. Alright, so there's our pile of slop. It's probably 30% gravel from here. We're going to take that and we're going to push it down the right side of the barn there. We're going to push it back to the elevator and we're going to leave it. But that way you can see out in here, this is pretty darn soft. So I don't want to totally get rid of it because I think we can salvage some of that gravel, bring it back up here, fill it back in. But I'm not going to just leave a pile of gravel, you know, just out in the middle of the driveway. So we're going to come down, get that cleaned up, push it back. We'll show you that big push. Guys, after doing a little bit more pushing here, changed my mind. I think we'll wait to put the 10-foot pusher on until we get this a little bit more cleaned up with the bucket. It's lifting a whole bunch of gravel, and to be honest, that pusher blade is just going to wreck even more things. It's almost as wide as the driveway, so if I don't hit it perfect, which I don't have anything to guide off of because we didn't have any snow up until now, so there was no snow that was sloughed off on the sides. I think I'm going to wind up doing more harm than good if I use that pusher blade. So I'm going to get you reset up here, kind of backed off of the driveway pile here. We'll hit that again. Snow is here. 6 feet in front of the bucket, 8 feet wide, wet, heavy, full of gravel. before I wreck any more of the yard, we're gonna wrap this up. This is what I hate about plowing this time of year. Right behind me here, I hit the yard. Because it's not frozen solid and we got 2 feet of frost, which we don't have. You could dig a hole if it weren't for all this snow. That's the height of my hand over there, and it's gravel and sod and dirt and whatever. I just peeled that off. I backed into when I backed into the roadway over here, I misaligned myself to the end of the driveway. I thought I was grabbing the apron, and with the amount of power that Case 445 has and the lack of frost in the ground or frozen ground, we just plowed right through the edge of my boulevard here. That was a nice gradual slope into the driveway. Now, as you can see, it's vertical, 5, 6, 7 inches, and that's gonna be we're gonna have to fix that this year. So I really wish it wouldn't snow this time of year. It's 30 degrees and light flurries right now. By the end of the week here, it's going to be back into the 40s. All this is going to melt again. But there's just too much snow here to leave it alone. We'll wind up getting stuck, or this is going to freeze into ice overnight tonight, and then it'll be a real problem getting out in the morning. So just one of the many things we run into here in Minnesota, but wanted to take you guys along for it. Hopefully you enjoyed the use of running the 445, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day around the yard.